Hi, I'm Mari Mansfield. Here's Miss Kinsey interviewing her about the gun laws. What are some flaws in our nation's gun control policy in terms of who should own or use a gun?
So I think that some of the flaws in our gun control policy as of right now would be the fact that mental illness is not a part of the screening process, as well as the fact that there are a number of guns that are illegally out there that don't even have to go through the process. So anyone can get their hands on a gun if they know the right person.
What country's gun policy do you think is the best for protecting Americans, but also keeping crime on a descending correlation?
So I feel that Japan has one of the best policies. In 2008, the United States had 12 million crimes with guns, and they only had 11 total. And so I think the process that you have to go through is really imperative, the one they have there. Also, the laws. So you get charged for, one, holding a gun. If the gun has bullets in it, that's another charge. And if you fire the gun, that's another charge, up to 10 years in prison. So even their mafia, the Yakuza, don't even use guns.
What's one aspect you agree and disagree with about the gun policy that's already in place?
I agree with the fact that you have to go through a criminal history background check before you get a gun. I think that's imperative. If you have a history of crime, I do not feel that you should own a gun. I disagree with the fact that mental illness is not a part of it. There are a lot of things that we don't still understand about the human brain, especially with mental illnesses, and we don't know what kinds of things can trigger someone to then use a gun against another person.
Do you think that our leaders will ever find a compromise in the gun policy?
Honestly, I do not feel that in the United States, in my lifetime, we will ever see a compromise with the gun policy. And I think that goes to the fact that we would have to amend the Constitution, and one of the rights that was put there to even have the Constitution be ratified in the first place. So I don't think that we'll see that in my lifetime.
What do you think will influence our leaders in remaking the gun control policy?
So I think this is a tricky question. First and foremost, I think that a major crime where children lost their lives would make that happen. However, that was not the case. So I think there's going to have to be a major travesty or tragedy occur that would have to make the entire nation rethink who owns guns and why.
This has been Mara Mansfield here with Miss Kinsey about the gun control policy. Bye, Lighthouse.